Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee Club. In today's session, we pull back the curtain on institutions that shape our lives. I'm your host, Pooja, and today we take a deep dive into a topic called university crimes. In the past few days, we have gone far beyond the typical campus gossip, compiled case studies, and research on the hidden and not so hidden issues that affect students every single day. Today, we're going to put all the pieces together by discussing them in nine critical categories of institutional misconduct. We'll start with unfair practices, from illegal capitation fees to a university's baffling refund policies. Next, we will expose misleading promises and institutional fraud. This is about the difference between the degree you're promised and the one you actually receive. We'll then tackle exam malpractice and academic fraud, a category that includes question paper leaks, fraudulent degrees that undermine the very idea of merit. From there, we'll move to research misconduct and plagiarism. This is about the integrity of the academic world itself, from fabricated data to stolen ideas. We'll also cover student safety in campus environment. This category is for the tragic cases of ragging, caste discrimination, and the failures of the system to protect its own students. Then we'll talk about cybersecurity and data misuse, a modern concern that puts students' personal information at risk. Following that, we'll look at behavioral and disciplinary misconduct, the internal university rules that are often inconsistent and unfairly applied. We'll also discuss lack of infrastructure and administrative negligence, the frustrating reality of poor hostel conditions, delayed results, and broken promises. And finally, we'll end with student activism and the right to protest, the most powerful tool students have to fight back against these issues. Join us as we connect the dots on these categories, revealing a complex web of challenges and the students who are rising to meet them. This is Coffee Club, and let's get started. So, Augustine sir, I would like you to start first.
Having been in teaching field for last 7 years, I have seen so many things inside the campus and inside the classrooms and overall how the system functions. I have not come across really the biggest crimes of students or maybe colleges inside the campus, but few things which everybody knows and everybody has been going through. Those things are very ordinary, but still nobody addresses them. And parents cry like why it is happening, and nobody comes to the help of parents, nobody comes to the help of students, and nobody comes to the help of faculties as well. The major thing, should we say the management is a culprit? We don't know because they're starting a business, they're running a business, they want to make it a very profitable one, and they want to exist for a long time, and they're trying to build a business. And in the business, things fall, things go, things rise. So all these things do happen. So when we look at from a perspective of business, they're struggling. But when you look at from the perspective of nurturing human life, they are failing, and they're promising, but they're not completing the promises, or they're not giving the required services to the students or to the parents. Then in the long run, they actually lose their names. And I would say education, when it comes to shaping the lives of students, people need to be honest because it's not just a business, it's actually contributing to somebody's life. And students feel that their entire career, their entire life depends on the education they take up in the schools and colleges. If that is going to shape their entire life, I think colleges need to be more honest, more responsible, and more answerable to what they do and what they don't do. And this is very generalized way of seeing things. Getting into personal aspects of what I have seen or I have come across is so disturbing because one side students are not really willing to study. They don't want to take things seriously because they want only attendance, they want marks. There, it is not when they come to college, they come with the mindset of being afraid. So they don't want to be questioned, they don't want to stand alone and do anything. So they just want to be there, and if they are given marks, if they are given placement, if they are given attendance, they're happy with that. Beyond it, they don't see their lives. They just see with these things, and the colleges are able to provide up to certain extent these things. Beyond it, college doesn't want because they don't have dreams, and neither student wants because students also don't have any dreams. And parents, they just think that their children are doing well because the city called Bangalore, it's a city of dreams and city of startups. So when people think like this, oh, Bangalore means, oh, the city is big, the college may be tier one or tier two, and the package will be really high. And looking at the advertisements, oh, person is getting 35 lakhs per annum, 40 lakhs per annum. So these fake advertisements colleges produce on the boards or maybe on flexes do confuse the parents and make them believe that the colleges are providing really high-end employment and promising very good career for students and parents and students. When they look on Google or maybe on the advertisement which are available on different platforms, they really get convinced instead of coming and asking the reality um, from the students who have passed out from the college or those who are in the final years. They just come to believing after calling the admission team, which are naturally waiting for the, hunting. They wait to hunt the admissions, and the moment student calls for inquiry, believe me, next time the student is inside the campus, they make sure that he's inside or she is inside. They never let the inquiry call go like just it randomly came. They never make it happen. They make sure that even the call comes randomly, it is confirmed. It leads to an admission. So when people are so actively working on these kind of activities or maybe missions, so it's difficult that education is fully carried out with honesty and ethics and morality in shaping the lives of students, rather just promising, but making sure that the college has more number of admissions than delivering high number of placements or maybe jobs. So can take up other questions as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Mallar ma'am, can we proceed with you?
Yes, so I think um, today what I want to speak about this topic is about the student safety inside the campus. I have seen even in my own college, there won't be the hygiene factor will be very less when it comes to restroom cleaning or keeping the drinking water area sanitized. It's not because only because of the institution, it's because of the students as well who are using it. So they should be mindful when they are using, and the institution also should take care that they have the sufficient hygiene in that particular place. I have also seen few schools and colleges where they don't have a proper restroom for women who actually suffers a lot of issues like infections, and they go through a lot of issues, pain throughout the journey of their school or college life. So this is one of the concern where I've seen very minute concern, but it affects major of the people. And the second thing is the way they treat the students. Few staffs will be treating them good, but few won't treat them good, and few will be using the students for their own works. It's like documentation, these things are fine, but they will use them for their personal works. They'll ask help in their personal things. So all these things, if the personal thing is not executed based on their expectation, the staffs are taking revenge on them by lowering their marks. Like these things are happening in institution, which I have personally experienced and saw with my friends and relatives. So this is happening. And the major thing which 2 months or 3 months or every day which we are seeing is there are a lot of assaults inside this campus. Education institution is a safe place, and people are coming there, women are not safe in the place, a student is not safe in that particular place, I don't think it's educational institution. There is a respect in that particular premises. We have to respect that. But I don't think people nowadays who are coming to college, school, are not respecting that lines. They are like, it's school one, it's college one, it's our college. Yeah, it's your college, but there is some morality over there where, what we need to follow. But that's not happening. So these are the major things and another thing which actually um, made me to speak when I listened to this topic is there is one college recently I came across this news. There is a college, a medical college, where around 400 to 500 students approximately studying in that particular college. And it's a newly opened institution. So they said that they were affiliated to particular university. And when 2 to 3 years passed, they said, we are not affiliated to that university, we are affiliated to another university. And they didn't mention that university which is belonging to that particular district. It was belonging to some other, some other state. It was not belonging to the same state. And hearing this word of mouth, promotions, marketing, parents came and joined their students in the particular institution. And now the students are just 12th grade passed out. They don't have any other degree hand because the college was fake. So now an alarm comes up where the parents are suffering enough and bringing up the money like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs to pay the fees for their student, for their child to get educated in a good institution and come up with a different background. They should not suffer in their same background like that. But these institutions basically they open for only for money, and they give a fake degree where the student doesn't even know whether it's a fake degree or an original degree. So there is a lack or a gap between the education system where even a 12th passed out student not able to identify a college which is really affiliated, which is not affiliated, how to check it. Even the parents who are educated or not educated is also suffering with all these information. So there is no proper thing like if you go to this and check, you'll be understanding which are the colleges or the certified colleges. You can go and pay the fees like that. And there is no other portal or thing where local people or a general public go and check whether this particular institution is a registered institution or it's a fake one. So these information actually we are lacking. Though I am also an engineering graduate who have passed or who have a degree, I knew few informations like this code should be available. This is the AICT code. We can go and check in the AICT website whether this college is really this one registered under them or not. All these things I have some knowledge, but when it comes to general public, the knowledge is not there. And education patterns, works are changing era to era. Like my parents studied in a different kind of process. I'm studying in a different kind of process. My sister is studying in different kind of process. So when the process is getting updated, uh, there is um, there is no information to the general public. There is no communication to the general public, which actually leads to a lot of loss, both physically, mentally, and the financially. I think when government come forward and take step for these things, it will be very helpful that the students will not also get into a institution that is fake, and they also earn a good education. And the third point that I want to speak is about the examination patterns. Like there is some internal and external segregation pattern. So in my college, like there is a process of CGPA, GPA. So all these process we do understand, but when it comes to general public, they'll be like, what is just GPA? What is just GPA? Whether all colleges is following the same. For so my I completed my UG with 10 CGPA, my PG with 8 CGPA. So there is a lot of difference, and there is a difference in calculation as well. So to understand the calculation, get the percentage, put it in our resume, and sometimes what happens if we are not using the right calculation, the percentage will be less. When the percentage leader, we are into a company, then the company will be like, the HR will be reaching out, your percentage is less. Why do you mention it as this is the percentage? So there is also some lot of difference in calculations, what is happening, and people are actually not getting informed about. We just get the mark sheet, we'll check on it, and we'll just go move. But there is major thing which we need to check in our mark sheet as well. The students is not knowing about it. What and all things we need to check. For example, the logo, the attestation, the registration number, the subjects, whether the grades are same, which have come in their online output, and the calculation is correct or not. Sometimes there will be CGPA mismatch and CGPA issue calculations. So all these things, even students are not taking interest to know, but they'll just get, okay, this is what, and they'll keep. That's it. But they are not taking the initiative to understand whether it is correct or not. So these are the points I was about to speak for this session, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Arman?
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me a chance to speak. As a college student, I have few points to speak. So first was unfair financial practices. So coming from West Bengal to Bangalore, it was a new place for me, and I had huge hope for my college. And yeah, when I got there and started attending classes, what to say, viewing teachers, how they teach. And after finishing my first semester, I started to pick some things that bothers me. For example, students who got low attendance, they had to pay some kind of recovery fee, or what to say, they don't get their hall ticket if if the attendance was short. So that's kind of bothered me. Second, they were charging extra fee excluded from our whole yearly package. They were charging extra fee in the name of miscellaneous fee, and they were adding various kind of stuff, library, football, playground, and they didn't even allow us to play at that time. So that was few things that kind of bothered me. And after a few times, I started to see more things as I started attending more classes. And yeah, that was my first experience with unfair practices. Second would be regarding syllabus. So uh, as I reached my second year, I started to compare my syllabus, what kind of knowledge they're teaching me, to my other friends who are studying some other college. So I start comparing our syllabus, what kind of information they're teaching me, and I started to see some kind of differences. Sometimes they had poor informations, or they getting old information, and we are getting to know new information. But in some other case, they were getting the new information. So there was some kind of what to say, lack in updation of new knowledge. But yeah.
Yeah, so let's move to some of the case studies that we have collected, or if anybody has any case study to present,
Yeah,
please
I
move
got a
forward.
few things to
Or
say. Uh, yeah, I come across a few cases where real incidents happened. One of the students called me, and she actually wanted to drop out of the college because she wanted to do some other degree, and she had not paid the full fees for the year. She had paid for one semester, but she dropped after the semester. She didn't write even an exam, and because of few family issues, she was forced to drop out of the course. And later, after that, she wanted to pursue another degree from a different college. And to pursue the degree in another college, she needed to take out her mark sheets from the previous college. And when she reached out there, they asked her to pay all 3 year fees. She was forced actually. And they were poor, they could not afford that. And they thought this college is so big, how to fight, how to ask them. Then they went back. Again, they had to make an admission in another college for another degree. Then she came back again asking for mark sheet, right? So again, she was not given, and she was asked to pay entire 3 years fees, and she was unable to pay. And when she said that I'll go to university to seek for help, the college management said, you go to university, you go to even parliament, we have connection till there. So when college management says that they have connection through the politicians till the parliament, or maybe till the house of power, then students are afraid. Actually, colleges are trying to threaten. The management is trying to threaten the students. This is something which should not exist in a democracy, should not exist in education system, because colleges are meant to educate children and students, and they should be the houses of security, houses of confidence. Instead of building that, colleges are breaking confidence of students, threatening them with different types of punishments or maybe unlawful practices. So this actually makes us think, uh, are colleges really, the houses of ethics, morality, and education, or are they run by goons, which will actually trigger the students to go back and hide in the holes rather than come out and live their life confidently? That's just an incident. Maybe must have happened with many students. Many colleges do force the students to pay entirely the fees of entire course, not just 1 year, maybe 3 years or 4 years. They ask them to pay, and when they want to change the colleges, they don't permit that. They don't make it ease. They make it so difficult. The students can't opt out of the college. They can't pursue their career somewhere else, or maybe the education somewhere else. Actually, UGC and AICTE, they tell that it should be convenient to students, that students can pursue their education anywhere in any institution they choose. But actually, in reality, the education institutions are making it so difficult. They're so complicated. They have intrinsic rules they create for themselves and make the students so obliging that students don't know what to do. They don't know whether should they go to police, whether should they go to the university, or should they go to the authority. But nobody helps them. That's the problem. These are the situations or cases many students are facing. I don't know what they will do. Maybe I would suggest they should go to police. That is the best way to, approach and make sure that things are solved as well as possible. Because if they go to university, some universities do help, some universities don't help. And if they write to UGC again, they're threatened by their own colleges. And if they write to AICTE again, they're going to face the wrath of the colleges. Police, again, they don't know what happens after informing the police, because sometimes police are involved inside the, hand in hand with the management. So even reaching out to police, will they get the justice? It's really sickening and sad thing to see how in the grassroots level, or maybe in the very lower level of the society, how students, parents, and the weaker section suffers even to get education, how they threaten, how they make them vulnerable. This is really sad state of our country. I think many people may have many issues. I would believe going to the police would be the best way to solve this situation, because that's how the integrity of the education can be protected. Maybe we can discuss other things in the next session.